Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever ember wanders near.
Did you know? Did you know that two of our favorite people made a purchase recently? Some of you guys know about this. Two of our favorite people made a purchase recently, and today we're going to find out about this purchase. Chat, it's time for a Pew video. But not only Pew, it's Nick, and they just bought a gun company. Shall we find out about this? I think so.
We bought a gun company.
That is one hell of a can on that. I've seen him do this before, but dear God!
So let me explain. So a few months back, I was watching Honest Outlaw, and he had this thing right here on his channel, and he called it the best AR-15 he has ever shot.
Today we might have the best AR I've ever had. This is the Mustang Armament Chesty.
And I'm fairly close with Chris, so I took that to heart. I called him and I said, is that really the best AR you have ever shot? And he said, without a doubt in my mind. So immediately I hung up the phone and one of these things, the Mustang Chesty. And about at that same time, the fat electrician had also seen that video and ordered this same rifle. So all of a sudden we were all in agreement.
Wait. Is YouTube forcing Nick to censor himself when he's talking about ordering a firearm? You guys noticed that, right? He actually had to censor himself when he said he ordered a firearm. That is what the fuck. No, it's not bandwidth. He did it twice. That's not bandwidth. That's censoring. What the hell?
That this is one of the best rifles we have ever shot. And then I happened to meet the owner, Brian. Super good dude. I love what he's doing and I like the mission of his company. There's no shit for you to do, and I love that business model. It comes just like this. Sighted, tuned, torqued, ready to rock. All you gotta do is take it out to the range and feed it some ammunition. Now, of course, a rifle completely set up just like this isn't very cheap. Nick, why is that?
All right, I'm just gonna come right out of the gate and say the thing that nobody wants to hear right now. These guns are expensive. Me and PewView would both love to tell you guys we're gonna come up with the best budget AR-15 on the market, but if we're gonna be realistic and honest, nobody's really outdoing PSA, and the only people that can claim to compete with them are other gun companies that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars and fucking liars. And again, me and Nick are both in agreement on this. We're not gonna ask any of you guys to buy an inferior product just to support us. But where we can compete are with these. Why are they so expensive? Because they're worth it. This is what you get when you order a gun from Mustang Armament. Not you get a blank gun and then you have to put all the parts that you want on it. No, this is how my gun came from Mustang Armament as you see it right now. I picked it up from my FFL. It was sighted in and the gas system was tuned to the suppressor already. I took it directly to the range and didn't have to do anything. And this is what sets Mustang Armament apart is we're actually a finished product. When you buy other high-end AR-15s, you're getting an AR-15 with a bunch of mil-spec parts that you probably don't want and are going to end up replacing, and half the time, it's missing parts. Most of these guns don't even come with sights, which is fucking crazy. It's like selling a sports car with a Fisher-Price steering wheel and no windows.
Are you selling a gun without sights? How? That makes no fucking sense!
Okay, if I'm gonna spend thousands of dollars on a product, I wanna have a finished product, not a project that I then need to immediately turn around and invest even more money into to get what I want. Because by the time that you go and buy optics, a new trigger, a buffer system, a muzzle device that you're actually gonna use, and then all the additional accessories that you want, it's gonna end up costing you another $2,000+. And then if you want it to look cool, you still gotta find somebody to go do the Cerakote. And that's not even including the amount of time you're gonna waste going to 5 different online stores, placing 5 different orders. That's if you're lucky enough to find everything in stock and it's not back ordered, which isn't gonna happen, let's be honest. And then once all that stuff does finally show up, you get to do all the work yourself and put it together. We will a finished product where the work is done for you by professional armorers. And it's probably going to be cheaper. At worst, it's going to be the same price, but at least you're going to know exactly what it's going to cost up front. So while I can't guarantee that we're going to save you money, I can guarantee that we're going to save you time, and that is the same thing.
You know the worst part about shooting a suppressed rifle is gas in your face. I fucking love this goblet. Gas goblet.
You need rubber targets so I don't have to wear ears. It's the only reason I'm wearing them right now. You have your sling so short.
That's because I'm fucking built like a 12-year-old Dutch girl, dude. We've been through this. It's so crazy. It's like a tone I've never heard of before. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. The flows through really well.
There's no recoil.
No, that thing fucking feels great. All right, hammer some steel. It kind of just shakes the gun a little bit. Now we got the new Tiger Stripe camo, also 223. Going in the dirt.
Pretty.
I like this. I'm gonna shoot them first and then give them to Nick while it's hotter than.
And I'm gonna open the sling every time, because he's tiny, apparently.
I gotta say, I'm so like this optic is just wild. This giant box optic, I've never seen an optic that looks like that before. This thing looks just wild.
Nick, what do we got here, buddy?
That is my new Mustang Arms, chesty, chambered in 300 blackout. It's hot as
Me? Oh God, 300 blackout. Oh, fuck me, please. Yes.
That is how it
God,
came
I'm so
from the
wet right now.
factory. I haven't even shot it yet.
I mean, Wait, what'd that say? Not our gun? Not our can. Oh, not our can.
Literally the softest way to shoot a 300 blackout. It just kind of shakes a little bit.
I like it.
Yeah,
This is my new bedside gun.
I really like whatever's
Damn,
going
Nick!
on right here because I can't feel the incredible heat from the barrel. Like, it feels fine.
I didn't know he was putting all this shit on here for me when I ordered it, but like, it's all plastic.
Wait. They didn't bleep that out? Okay. Moving on.
Matching perfectly all around the handguard.
It's really hot right
It's
here.
hot here. I can't feel shit when I hold it where I'm supposed to.
And the recoil for a 300 blackout, it feels like a tuned fucking rifle. It feels good.
All three of those landed on my boot.
Really?
Yeah, all three
Good
of them.
ejection.
The distance. Oh, yes. And this is because of the gun. Not ironically enough, this is not because of Pew. This is because the gun is so fucking sexy. This gun is so goddamn sexy. I want. Holy crap.
This one is my favorite. This is my bedside. This is the 5.56 chesty. It just doesn't fucking move, dude. That's insane.
Holy shit.
Usually a can will push you a little bit with a 223 and you'll be able to feel that recoil. Perfectly fucking tuned.
All right, listen, guys, before we get into this, I want to be completely upfront with you. I am not going to sit here and pretend that I'm the guy to take AR-15 building advice from. I'm not. If you want to know if a pistol is really good or really bad, I'm your guy. But when it comes to AR-15 stuff, I'm a casual at best. But what I will tell you is that I own about 20 of these rifles. Unless you're the ATF, I have 0. But nonetheless, I have shot a ton of these, and I know what's good and I know what's bad on a flat range. I know what I enjoy punching holes in cardboard and shooting steel with. So that is the perspective I am coming at this with. Now, I know there's going to be a ton of questions, so let's just get right into it. Why did we buy a gun company? Honestly, it's not that complicated. I love guns and I love the people behind Mustang. And honestly, I wanted to be a part of something that's a little bit bigger than YouTube and my channels. I wanted to help create products instead of just being stuck reviewing everybody else's stuff for the rest of my life. Which brings me to my next question that I'm sure you guys are going to have. What's this mean for POV? Honestly, not much. I'm still going to be reviewing guns from every other manufacturer. If it's good, I'm going to say it's good. If it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. Nothing is going to change. The only difference is that when it comes to Mustang, I wanted to be upfront with you guys so you know exactly my stance when it comes to this company. Now, does that mean Mustang gets a free pass? Absolutely not. If something is not right, we're going to fix it. In a weird way, this kind of gives me more incentive to be more critical over these guns because my name is attached to them. And now I have the ability to improve the platforms instead of just complaining about it and hoping for the best. Now let's talk about the rifle themselves. If you guys have been watching this channel for a while, you know that I require 3 little upgrades when it comes to an AR-15 platform to make them shootable to my standards. I don't care if it's a PSA or a Daniel Defense, I want a Geisley SD3G, a JP Enterprise silent capture buffer, and a decent muzzle device, or a suppressor. Those 3 things added to any AR-15 makes them very shootable, and I enjoy taking them to the range. After that, it's all the little things like the 45-degree safety selector, the grip preferences, like True North Concepts on everything always, the adjustable gas systems, the lights, the lasers, the cans, the optics, the risers, the ambi.
Oh God, YouTube would not even allow, this is so stupid. That YouTube would not even allow showing him unscrewing the can from the muzzle. It's so stupid.
Controls, the charging handle, everything adds up to be an extremely good rifle. That is the stuff that I appreciate. Now, if you are the guy that wants to go out and buy a basic rifle and then upgrade it over time, this probably isn't for you. Honestly, I'm a little bit of both. I enjoy taking very cheap, shitty platforms and seeing if I can make them better over time by just upgrading them. So I completely understand if that's your preference. This is for the person that wants to go straight to their FFL, grab their rifle, and go right to the range. There's no guesswork, there's no chasing parts, there's no wondering if these 2 parts are going to clash and work together or not. You know that a guy that spent 27 years in the Marine Corps built your rifle to his very high standards, and it's getting shipped straight to you, sighted in, tuned, ready to go. Now, could you build something very similar and save some money? Maybe. And if that's something you enjoy doing, I would absolutely encourage you to keep doing that. My goal is not to convince any of you guys that you need to buy this rifle and to stop building your own. This is just specifically for the people that just don't have the time or just want to simplify the process of just going to pick it up and it's ready to go. That's all. At the end of the day, I just wanted to be completely transparent with you guys. That is the main reason for this video. I'm not turning PewView into one big Mustang commercial. You guys will see this rifle every now and again, and when you do, just keep in mind that I am part owner of the company. If you guys ever happen to see me pulling punches, feel free to go ahead and call me out in the comment section. But that's not what I do. I try to stay
in regards to the question, you can't show gun disassembly. Yes, you can. You can show, like, we've seen it on Brandon's channel. You can show the disassembly of a firearm. What you cannot show apparently is add-ons. So basically, barrel swap outs or installing suppressors. That is not allowed by YouTube standards. So you can actually like disassemble a firearm, but you cannot show aftermarket upgrades. So you can't show like he had to blank out the installing a new buffer assembly. You can't the taking the can off of the barrel. That kind of stuff, like upgrades or stuff that does not come standard with the firearm stock, YouTube will not allow you to show. So any additions to the stock features are not allowed. Why? Because YouTube is gay. That's it. YouTube is gay. That's why.
As completely non-biased as I possibly can when it comes to doing videos for you guys, because your trust means everything to me. And again, that is why I wanted to make this.
I will not get even if I had a Pepperbox subscription, I wouldn't watch these videos on stream unedited because I will not show pay-gated content on my stream. That is one rule that I have is I will not do any pay gated content on stream because in my viewpoint, pay gated content showing that on stream would be tantamount to like stealing from the creators of that pay gated content. So I won't show that on stream.
This video and let you guys know that the Fat Electrician and I are part owners of this company. And I really am looking forward to building this with Brian and with Nick because I think it's going to be really fun. I think he makes a really cool product and the guy's got a huge heart and really wants to help people out. I think that is cool.
I could
That is
see
all I had
Nick.
to
I
say.
could
Let's
see
get back to it.
Nick Fat
break this down a
Electrician
little bit. What are you
tisming out
using for the
to
upper
suggest
lower?
improvements.
Absolutely. Yeah, so with our proprietary receiver sets as well as handguards made of billet 7075 aluminum, and they are American sourced right down there in Florida. It shows up on a pallet and it is just bricks of solid aluminum that is then CNC machined to create what we see. One of the things that we're the most proud of is our fit and finish of the upper to the lower to the handguard. You know, there is zero play without any tensioning devices whatsoever. So that is just the fit and finish that we have.
So how about the barrels? Where are you getting the barrel?
Our barrels on our Chesty line, which for Lieutenant General Chesty Puller, named in honor of 75.
yes.
What happens with that is the barrels are purchased from the Creed Monarch Cold Hammer Forge, and so what we do is we designed our own proprietary taper. So we call it the Duty Precision Taper, and it's spiral fluted. And each one of our barrels is the size of the gas port is individually selected to perform with a high flow suppressor at the optimum level.
And then how many different Cerakote options do we have? Because you got like black multicam tiger stripe design, which is one of my favorites.
That's
and then my
awesome.
personal favorite is the one that me and Nick both have is the battle worn distressed FDE.
That looks
And you have
all-
that
the
in
battle worn
gray
looks
also.
awesome.
Yeah.
Gunmetal gray.
This is our FDE battle worn is what we call this. We have
That
this
looks-
in
That looks sexy as fuck. That looks gorgeous. I would love to have one of those. That would be my bedside gun if I could get one of those. That would absolutely be my bedside gun.
bronze, as well as we have it in gray. Those three options for battle worn, and then as far as the full Cerakote options, we have our
Okay, you don't like the look of the can? Here's the thing though. You may not like the look of the can, but from what they're saying, it's effective as fuck. Not only is it suppressing the shot, but it's controlling the gas expulsion as well. So you're not getting, as Pew was saying, you're not getting a shit ton of gas in your face.
black tiger stripe, and so this is going to be done with a laser engraver over top. This is our own tiger stripe pattern, which is specific to Mustang armament. And then we also do a traditional
I wouldn't want a shotgun. I absolutely would want a shotgun. In fact, you know, I said I would want to have this as my bedside gun. What am I going to actually end up having as a bedside gun? We'll have to wait and see.
pattern, as well as a Damascus pattern, which this gun is very well used. This is my duty use gun. It's
Okay, I keep pausing on this one. No, a shotgun would not throw me across the house. I've fired shotguns before. I'm actually a very good shot with a shotgun. I can handle the recoil of a shotgun just fine. Don't you worry. I can handle a shotgun. I can handle a rifle. I can handle a pistol. I can handle a vehicle-mounted firearm. Don't you worry. Not a 20 gauge, a 12 gauge. I've fired 12 gauges before. No problem whatsoever.
well as a Damascus pattern, which this gun is very well used. This is my duty use gun. It's FDE Damascus finish. So
That looks sick.
thank you very much.
What are you running for buffer systems and all these guns? Because like that's my problem when I buy a nice gun. Like I want to buy a $3,000 HK AR-416. It comes with no sights and it comes with just a normal buffer system, a mil-spec trigger. Whereas these are, it basically gives me a laundry list of other shit I have to buy and then go do myself. Whereas that's what I like about this is there's nothing that I have to do because everything is already. I know you're putting Geisley triggers, but what is the buffer system?
Yeah, so you know, I know both you gentlemen know this, but I just retired last year from 27 years of service in the Marine Corps. My first 15 years, I served as an armorer and I was enlisted, and then I became an officer. So which is the name of the company, Mustang Armament, because I'm a Mustang officer. And so during those first 15 years out there doing the Lord's work, you you know, I got handed all of those mil-spec guns, right? And they clank and they clunk. Nothing is optimized on the system. Over time, working on them, I started figuring out that like there are answers that are out there to the civilian market, and then trying to figure out which answer put together performs at an optimum level and gives the user the experience that they're looking for. That's where Mustang really shines, because what we do is we take all the guesswork, all the tolerance stacking guesswork, we take out. And so what we do is we have a JP's tuned recoil system inside of the buffer tube here. We have a ratcheting enhanced castle nut, which also duals as a QD point. Every individual piece of this firearm, from the grip to the ambi selector switch to the magazine release to the takedown pins to the emissary grip as well as the foregrip there, every piece is picked and put together to give that shooter the optimum shooting experience. All the way down with our 300 blackouts, we use the Kind Shot hydraulic recoil system, which allows for you to shoot both suppressed and unsuppressed at a subsonic load.
Every one of these lines is just adding more surface area, and like you said, heat is the enemy. So this is dissipating and cooling down faster than a suppressor that's just a smooth tube, just because there's that much more surface area, correct?
That's 100% correct.
The other thing I like about this is I've had this gun for like 3 months. I'm still figuring out shit that I like about it that I hadn't even ever considered. So mine came with, I don't even know what this is called, this thing here.
It's called a Thanar.
And at first I was like, oh, all right, I didn't ask for that. What the fuck is it? Oh, it's a hand stop. That's kind of cool. And then I was like, oh, I can also mount my sling there in a QD mount. That's cool, I guess. I'll leave it. And then I figured out, oh shit, it's actually so I don't melt the table when I put the suppressor down on the rifle. So it's like you've thought of shit that's taken me 3 months to figure out, but it's just
Okay. That is a cool little design choice. I like that. That is a rifle company that is thinking beyond simply shooting. That, oh, we've got a lot, someone just basically burns a box of ammo. They just mag dump 3 magazines through this rifle on the range. That suppressor is scalding hot. If they put it down on a table, it's gonna char or melt the table. How do we fix that? Oh, we put a simple little pin there so that when you lay the firearm down, the suppressor is raised above the table. Little details like that are really neat. And like, you would only get that from a gun guy. You would only get those kind of details from someone who is like a frequent range shooter. That's the only way you would get that.
done for me,
I'm
which
glad.
is kind of nice.
I'm glad you like it, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're really nice. Well, thank you for bringing these out. I hope you guys look into this company, enjoy them as much as we have been enjoying them. I look forward to doing business with you.
Thanks, brother. Thanks.
Building this company.
Thanks. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Really, really cool. Man, I would love to. I don't know if I'll be able to get one of those. I'm guessing they're probably not available here, which is unfortunate. I would definitely not with that. Definitely could not get one of those with the can here, but I would love to have one of those. Though those rifles look so fucking sexy. They really do. Fuck.